I've had so many good pieces of advice, but and I normally quote a few pieces of advice from very early on in my career, but more recently I had something that I think is so powerful that I wish someone would have told me that earlier on. And it's a quote that says something like, "The opportunity of a lifetime has to be taken in the lifetime of the opportunity." That's so powerful, so powerful. Basically, what it means is you have a chance right now, take it. What is the worst that can happen? If there is an opportunity there, and you think it's worthwhile taking, then just take it, because the worst that can happen is that it doesn't work, that you have to learn from it, that you learn that not to do it again, but maybe just maybe it works. And so that brings two pieces of learning. The first one, which is the one that I received recently, but the other one is doesn't matter if you make a mistake, because the best that always happens when you make a mistake is that you learn from it.
If you were to give advice to your younger self, and you can pick whichever age range or whichever you wish, what would it be?
Don't be afraid. I think that's the one thing that I would say to myself. I experience fear like everyone else does, and I've just told you, grabbing opportunities, making mistakes is not something that faces me too much, because I've had practice time and again and again and again. But of course, there is that level of fear that sometimes can be paralyzing. That is the level of fear that I'm talking about. There is always a little bit of fear that is okay to have, because it keeps you alert, it keeps you on your toes. But paralyzing fear is the kind of fear that we need to work and remove. Talking about my very personal life, I came to the UK, and years later I came out as a gay woman, and I wish I could have had someone telling me, or me telling myself that it does get better. Don't be too afraid, because at the end of the day, it is the fear that you have is mainly fear that you feel and not others. People are not going to judge you. So that's what I would say to myself, and I would say to everyone else. Don't be afraid. Take opportunities. Life is hard, but there are so many good people out there that can give you a hand. And the worst that can happen ultimately is that if something goes wrong, you pick yourself up, you learn from it, and just don't do it again.